I'm back with chapter 4, so let's get right into it. Okay, there's no point of view. I don't know who point of view this is in. Oh god. What are we going to tell him? Logan asked Pan quietly as they watched Prince and Anxiety sleep. The two tired personalities had fallen asleep, still tangled together. I don't know, Mortality answered gravely. But we still can't tell them the truth. Not until we figure out how to reverse it. Does something feel different to you? Logic murmured, crossing his arms. Patton nodded. It's colder, more ominous. I think something's wrong. We should check on Thomas. He wasn't awake, he knew that, but he wasn't quite asleep either. He was stuck in between, trapped in an endless limbo, suspended in time and space. His body ached and he felt hot, but at the same time, he was freezing. He opened his mouth to call somebody, but froze. He couldn't speak. He couldn't talk, shout, or cry for help. He was utterly silent, and he was terrified. The studio was desolate and cold, greeting the two trades as they stepped inside. I don't remember it being this dark, Patton murmured as he picked his way to the main screen controls. What happened? You need to look at this. Anxiety's section of the control panel had frozen over, a thin sheet of ice coating the buttons. Parts of the screen had cracks, a fragile spiderweb of glass and mental control. Logan layer back the clip of Thomas walking across the busy road, laughing the entire time. Next he was in the kitchen, waving around a kitchen knife as he danced to a song on the radio. He didn't look concerned, even when he dropped the knife. It slipped through his fingers, leaving a thin trail of red on his hand. He's going to kill himself, Pan whispered sadly. We have to see him, Logan said. Find out what happened. We know what happened. But what if he took some more? No, I had that backwards. I'm sorry, guys. Find out what happened. We know what happened. But if he took some more? Mortality didn't have an answer. Thomas didn't care about the pain as he cleaned and bandaged the cut, even though he registered the injury. He didn't have to worry about it getting infected. He'd be fine. But just because he wasn't anxious didn't mean he wasn't sad. He didn't even know when it began, the sadness. He was always so tired, always worrying about things he'd never been concerned about before. He'd naturally accused anxiety. Who else could it be? But it didn't go away. Maybe he should take another 2 pills. Thomas. He whirled around in surprise. Patton? Logan? What are you guys doing here? He had to admit, he felt a faint brush over fear. Patton looked furious and upset, a worry mix of emotions. Thomas, we need to talk. His logical side looked the same, calm and collected, but his brown eyes were tinged with concern. Have you taken any more anxiety pills? No, the boy frowned. I was just about to, but you guys showed up. Give me the pill bottle, Mortality said softly. Why? Thomas asked defensively. I didn't do anything wrong. Give me the bottle, Thomas. Why? Thomas, please. There's desperation in Patton's voice. Why should I? Because you're killing anxiety! Tears sparkled in his eyes as he stared hopelessly at his host. You're killing him with those pills. Do you understand what that means? He's getting sick, Thomas. He'll die if you keep going like this. Is that such a bad thing? Thomas asked feebly. Is it that horrible? Patton's shocked sob was answer enough. Reluctantly, Thomas handed over a small container, staring at his empty hands as Mortality sank down without another word. Logic bit his lip and put his hand on Thomas's shoulder. I am at fault here as much as you, he said quietly. We'll figure this out. We have to. And when Logan sank down, Thomas felt the sadness hit him like a wave. and he never felt more alone. Okay, we're only at 5 minutes. We could probably read the next chapter, guys. Okay, so this is turning to a chapter 4 and 5 video. Okay, that makes up for me being gone for so long. Great. Shaking of the darkness that confused. Yeah, sorry, I can't English. Sorry, I'm not really good at reading out loud. I just really wanted to do this. Shaking off the darkness that consumed his thoughts. Anxiety sorted his emotions. His dizziness was still here, but he could think. His panic was low, and the sleep seemed to refresh him. Then he heard them, right there next to him. He's gonna flip! That was Roman. Look, what happened has happened. That can't be changed. Logan. But Thomas doesn't see what he's done wrong, Pennant argued. Anxiety's heartbeat increased slightly. What was wrong with Thomas? We can't tell him, Logic decided. Not until we fix this. It's your fault anyway, Prince muttered. Pennant sighed. Look, Roman, I know Logan didn't make the best choice, and now Anxiety's suffering, but it was an honest mistake. Anxiety froze. What did he miss? What had Logan done that was so bad, and why was he involved? This would have done worse, Logan said quietly. But I am sorry. I didn't think the effects would be this severe. They were anxiety pills, Roman sneered. Honestly, there was only one outcome. Anxiety's world was shattered. Penn was the first to hear the crying, and instantly he rushed to Anxiety, reaching out to him in comfort, to offer him a steady rock to the world. But Anxiety flinched back. In that heartbeat, the painful, horrible second, Penn knew he'd heard everything. He knew Roman and Logan were there beside him, just as silent and scared and sad as him. But they would do nothing as they watched Anxiety break down, coughing and sobbing and gasping for air, as if the entire being was tearing apart and floating away. The trust he had for them was gone. Of that, Patton was sure. They built it up, coaxed him out of his shell, but now they were back to that morning when Anxiety had convinced himself that he really meant nothing at all. That had been that morning that Dad's heart had broken for the first time. Now he was feeling the hurt all over again, and he could do nothing but stare at the boy he had longed to protect, but had only broken even more. I need to go, he breathed. Roman stayed with him. The fanciful side nodded and sank into the chair beside Anxiety's bed. Logan, I don't think your presence will help. I think you should go too. He bowed his head, swallowing. He walked away quickly, disappearing around the corner, but not before Patton saw his clenched fists and the tears that vanished before they hit the floor. They'd done that. They'd finally stopped pretending to love him, and they'd gone and tried to kill him. How could he face Thomas now? How could he bear to stare at himself in the mirror, only seeing the people he tried to get rid of him? A disorder. That's all he was, a disease, an illness in the mind that only held them back and tore things apart. He wasn't made to be useful. He was made to destroy, and for once he just wanted to create. He wanted to be Roman, to dream in color and hope for a fairy tale ending. He wanted to free his burden and his pain and his anxiety. He wanted to be free of his name, a brand on him, bringing him down as he so desperately tried to escape. But he was trapped, stuck in a place with people who tried to kill him. And finally, Anxiety realized how little he actually meant to anyone. Okay, guys. I feel like one of those people that like go into a depressing fact and like are like, okay, guys, subscribe, do this, do that. Okay, giveaway. Anyway, so that was it. Hope you guys liked it. My very first video where I actually read the first chapter of this got 24 views, and that's the most views I've ever gotten, even on my first channel. So thank you guys very much, and hope to see you in the next video. Be device. Do your best. I almost forgot my signature line. Do your best.